Hello learners and welcome back to Constant Learners. This is the third video in our Excel series. In the first video we saw the Excel interface. We recognized the different parts of the Excel interface. In the second video we discussed how we can customize the quick access toolbar and the ribbon, right? And we also saw some shortcut tips and tricks in that video. If you haven't watched that, I will suggest you to please do so, even if you know all of these things, because there are always some tips and tricks that I'm sharing in my videos, and I'm sure those can help you. In this video, we are going to discuss how we can customize our worksheets the way we want them, right? So we know that the book that we are working in right now in Excel is known as a workbook, right? Microsoft Excel has a workbook, right? And every workbook that we work in has multiple pages called as the worksheets, right? So the page that we are working in right now is known as a worksheet, right? I have two worksheets here right now. One is video 2 and video 3, right? Now let's say I have to add new worksheet to my workbook, and we can add multiple worksheets, as many as we like, into our workbook. So there are two simple options of including or adding a new worksheet in our workbook. The first one is through the plus sign that we can see here. Simply click here and we've got a sheet added into our workbook, right? Sheet 1. The other way is to click here, this option insert here. When we click on the insert, we get this drop down menu wherein we have an option of insert sheet. And when we click on this, we got our sheet 2. Sheet 1, sheet 2. Alright. Next is we need to see how we can rename the worksheet, right? Let's say I have this sheet 1 which I have to rename. So as you can see here, the first option is to double click. So if we double click on this name sheet 1, see we've got the option to rename it, right? Let's call it page 1. Okay, and click enter. So our sheet has been renamed easily. The second option is through right click. For example, I have to change the name of this sheet 2 now. Okay, so I can right click over here and I've got the option to rename it, right? And let's call this page 2. Okay, so this is how we can rename our worksheets. Next, move within workbook. Now let's say I have to move this video 3 at the end. Okay, so the first option is to just drag this and drop it here. Easy peasy. I could easily drop video 3 at the end. The second option is again through right click. Let's say I have to bring it back between video 2 and page 2, right? So I can just right click, move or copy. I don't have to copy, I just have to move it within this same workbook, right? Right now we are working in My Excel course. So the workbook is correct. I have to move it within My Excel workbook, or My Excel course workbook only. But I need it before page 2. So now you can see this option here, before sheet, right? So I need it before page 2. So I'm going to click on page 2 and OK. Now you can see video 3 has come before sheet page 2. Alright. Now we can also copy our worksheet within the workbook. There are two ways to copy the worksheet. Previously, to move the worksheet, we just dragged it and dropped it. Now, while we are dragging, we have to press Control. Okay. So I am pressing Control. I am going to hold this video 3, drag it and drop it after page 1. You can see I've got a copy of video 3 here. Correct? So Control and then drag and drop. So we get a copy. Alright. Now the other way of copying is of course through right click. Let's say I have to copy this page 2. Okay. So again we're going to go on move or copy. Let's say I have to copy it between page 1 and video 3. That is the copy 2, video 3, 2. So I want it before video 3, 2. I want it before sheet, video 3, 2. And I have to check this box, create a copy, because I don't want to move it. I have to copy it and then OK. and you can see I've got a copy of page 2 before video 3 copy. Alright, I hope that this was clear. Now we can also move our worksheets to a new workbook, and we can also copy it into a new workbook. Now I have to create a new workbook. I've already shown you in the previous videos how to create a new workbook. Here we are just going to use the shortcut Control N, and you see I've got my new workbook here named Book 1 Excel. Okay, now I'm going to go back here. Let's say I have to move, okay, not copy, move this page 2 to the new workbook, that is book 1. Okay, so simply we have to right click, we have to select move or copy, and we have to move it to a new workbook. So now before choosing any sheets here, we're going to choose the workbook, book 1. Now do we need it before sheet 1 or do we need to move it at the end? We can either move it, see here in the book 1, okay, I cannot open it right now until I move it. So I can either move it after sheet 1 or before sheet 1. Let's say I have to move it before sheet 1. Okay, okay. Now see, in my book 1 of Excel, I have moved page 2 copy before sheet 1. I could have also moved it to the end if I had selected that option. Okay, now I have to move this page 2 of 2 to my course Excel workbook. Okay, I have to copy it. I don't have to move it, I have to copy it. That means I need a copy here and I need a copy there also. Okay, so we'll right click, move or copy. Now I'm going to select the workbook, my Excel course, because I have to move it or say copy it there. Let's say I need it at the end, so I'm going to select move to end, and now I'm going to check this box, create a copy, and OK. Now you see at the end I've got the copy of page 2 of 2. Let's see if we have it in book 1 also. Yes, we have it in book 1 as well as in my course. Okay, so both the workbooks have this page that I have copied. Okay, next thing that we have to see is delete a worksheet. So it's very easy to delete a worksheet. We could either click here and then delete and delete sheet. So we can see page 2 of 2 has gone, right? We could just directly go to delete and delete sheet. So this is the first option. The second option again is to right click and select the option of delete. Okay, I hope that was also clear. Next is to hide a worksheet. Now I don't want anyone to see a worksheet of mine, right? I have to keep it hidden. So let's say I have to hide this video 2 here. I can simply right click here. I'm just going to click hide here. Okay, and you can see the video 2 worksheet is gone. Now if I want it back, I want to unhide the worksheet. So on any of these worksheets, on any of these pages, I could right click and I could select unhide. Okay, now I have 2 worksheets hidden, video 2 and video 4. So I'm going to return video 2 back. So now video 2 has come back. So that is how we hide and unhide a worksheet. Now we can also customize our sheet tabs as per the color of our choice. Let's say I need this tab to be of different color. So I could just choose any color that I like. And now you can see I have this tab color as blue. Again, tab color, let's say orange. And now my tabs color is orange. Okay, so that is how we change the color of our worksheet. Now we could also select all sheets, either delete all of them at once or hide all of them at once, unhide all of them at once, change the tab color. Now you can see all the tab colors are green, right? If we select all sheets and if we make any changes, it will be applicable to all the worksheets. Okay. We could also insert some formula, charts, spreadsheets, okay? But we don't want to go to that right now. And there's also another option, view code, that also we're not going to see right now, okay? And finally the last option is protect sheet. Now see, protect sheet, we're going to have a totally separate video to protect our worksheets, protect our cells, columns, etc. So we're going to discuss this in that video, okay? I hope that all of this was clear, and if you have any doubts, any questions, you can always write them in the comment section below. In the next video, we are going to see how we can format rows and columns. In the previous video, I asked a question that if we have something like this, when our text is not fitting into our cell, how can we fit it into the cell? How can we maybe increase the width of the column? So this is one option, that is dragging and dropping. But in the MS Excel LinkedIn skill assessment test, this was not the option. Dragging and dropping was not the option. The option was something else. So I'm going to discuss this in the next video. If you know the answer to this question, please write it in the comment section below. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you need more such amazing content, subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for watching.